Good afternoon, madam. This is Group 1. My name is Innocent Timmy, and some of our members who are going to present after me are Doreen, Bosco, Mande, and Walter. Uh, I'm going to start by the definitions of the following points: security policy, acceptable use policy, and identity management. Security policy is high level of document that outlines an organization's overall approach to information security. It defines the principles, standards, and guidelines that govern the protection of sensitive information and systems. And the second definition I'm going to look at is acceptable use policy is the set of rules that govern how users can access and use any organizational information system and resources. Lastly, concerning definition on the first slide, I'm going to talk about identity management, which is the process of managing users' identities and controlling access to information systems and resources. It can involve creation and maintenance of users' accounts. The next slide, I'm going to talk about how management information system auditing promotes security and control. Management information system auditing refers to the specialized form of auditing that focuses on integrity, security, and the reliability of information systems. The following are how management information system promotes security and control through identification of vulnerabilities done by security assessment and risk assessment. This is just identification of weaknesses and how they manage it. The compliance and verification through regulatory and legal requirements. And then the last point on this slide is the internal control evaluation through control effectiveness and control design. For example, information within the computer can be managed through providing passwords. The next slide, which the last slide I'm going to present is data integrity and security through data violation and data quality, and operational efficiency ensured through performance evaluation and process improvement. Uh, Without wasting time, I want to welcome the next presenter on stage.
Okay, this is me, Abardori, a Group 1 member taking you through under two technologies for safeguarding information resources. Under this, you need to understand what authentication methods are. These are techniques used to verify the identity of a user or system before granting access to resources or data. They include one is password-based authentication. This method is the most traditional and widely used method. It requires a user to enter a unique combination of surname or PIN to access a system. The second one is the biometric authentication. This method uses unique biological characteristics of a user, such as fingerprints, voice recognition, to have access to services. The third one is multi-factor authentication. This requires two or more verification factors to gain access to services, also making it more secure than password-only authentication. Other methods include behavioral, location-based, possession-based, mobile authentication. Then proceeding to the next, roles of firewalls in promoting security. One is monitoring incoming and outgoing traffic based on predefined security rules. Second, effective blocking common types of hybrid attacks such as DDoS. Then third one is establishing network segmentation into different zones based on trust level. Then roles of intrusive detection system promoting security. Real-time threat detection by promoting network or host activity in real time. Alert and response. This enables administrators to shift to mitigation control. Behavioral analysis done by establishing a common system behavior. an identification from the baseline is flagged by ICS. The last one is forensic analysis, which helps in tracing origin of trend. Then proceeding to the next, roles of antivirus software in promoting security. One is malware detection and removal of roles, real-time protection through scanning and continuous monitoring of files and other system activities, prevention of data breaches, automatic updates. Then the last one is email and web protection roles. Thank you very much. The next presenter, you're most welcome.
Picking you right from where the other presenter at the left, call me Charo Bosco. I'm going to take you with the explanation, explaining how encryption protects data or its information. By definition, we say encryption is just a way of making readable data unreadable. So it protects information in very many ways. In a way that it prevents unauthorized information access through the security code since hidden for such users, prevents data branches. Looking at the role of encryption in data protection, we look at things of confidentiality. This is in a way that it protects data from unauthorized users. Only those ones possessing the right key for the encrypted data are able to use it now. Integrity ensures that the data remains unaltered during transmission. We also look at the non-reproduction. Prevents the sender from denying a message that he or she send a message. This is the way that these ones carry electronic identities with the marriage of the sender. Now we also look at key management, secure, and before we move to the next slide, the other things that we need to know with the exceptions that those ones who possess the right key for the encrypted data, now when they access the data, that one is what we refer as decryption. And they also add that there are types of encryption whereby we look at the symmetric and the asymmetric, where they are differentiated by just the use of key. Now, for symmetric, the key used to decrypt is the same as the key used for encryption, and then for asymmetric, the keys are different. And we also look at how encryption is applied in our daily life. So those ones need to have time and get them. Taking you to the next slide, into the next slide, we have roles of digital certificates. Digital certificates, these are just electronic confidentials. And now we look at their roles of the digital certificates. They identify verification, binds a public key to the entity, secure communication, enable secure communication by establishing trust, secure software distribution, ensure the integrity of software distribution, secure email communication, protects email confidentiality and the integrity. Now, to the last slide that I'm going to handle with, we are going to look at the differences between, or is the difference between fault tolerant and high availability computing. As they have just stated, fault tolerant computing is the ability to continue functioning even in the presence of faults or hardware failure, since the system is designed to detect faults and immediately switch to backup components or processes without any noticeable downtime, while the availability computing refers to ensuring that a system remains operational and accessible when needed. Therefore, I think at this moment I'm going to take you to leave you to the next presenter to take you over. So due to time effect now, if you have another consult, you let us know after this. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Madam, for listening. Monday is Dole. I'm going to present slide 13, and that's where I'm going to start from. And slide 13 saying that disaster recovery planning and business continuity planning. Here, then I'm going to give you the definition and the way they act. So, disaster recovery planning here, this focuses on in restoring the operations or IT infrastructure and operations after the catastrophic events such as natural disasters. So the DRP or disaster recovery planning, they help to restore the systems and in case of some disasters. Yeah. Then while the business continuity planning or BCP is a broad plan that includes not just IT or information system or is the information technology systems, but also all essential business functions ensuring that the entire business can continue operating during and after the disaster. So this one they help with the system to continue planning or to continue operating even though there is some disaster that have occurred. Then the business continuity planning covers areas such as facilities, personnel, communication persons, communication plans, and key business processes. So there I will go to another slide, which is security problems posed by cloud computing. So these are problems that result from cloud computing. And the first one is data breaches caused by misconceptions, inadequate encryption, and weak access controls, all vulnerabilities in the cloud infrastructure. So here the data breach is meaning someone access information illegally. So someone may access information illegally, and that is it leads to data loss. Then you have insider threats caused by weak internal controls. Then insider threats, these are threats caused by the employees or the workers in the organization or in a business. Then you go to insecure application programming interface. So if I say insecure application programming, here I mean that the these are programming that they have inadequate measures when they are installed. So because of inadequate measure, they can be easily hacked and leading to the data loss. Then another point is data loss, which is as a result of malicious attacks or damage. Then another point is denial of services, whereby denial of services comes out after the system has been damaged or when the system has been damaged. Then we have account hijacking. That's where they attack the accounts of the employees. Then you have another slide is describe measures for improving software quality and reliability. So these are the measures that we use in order to make software quality and reliable. One, we have code reviews. This is checking the codes or instruction. We have testing strategies. Then you have continuous integration. Then you have static code analysis. You have performance testing. We have documentation. We have user feedback, we have configuration management, we have defect tracking and management, and also training and development. So we go to my last slide, which is security is not simply a technology issue, but it is also a business issue. And here it means that technology, it is used even in a business, even not only security. So we have operational efficiency, then we will have operational efficiency, this is the operational training. Then you have cost management, it helps to reduce on costs. Then you have market competitiveness, we have customer experiences, security and risk management, such as cyber security. Then the second last is collaboration and communication, where it enables the communication among the systems. Then you have strategic planning. So that's my last slide, and we will come the last person to take through. Thank you for listening.
Okay, this is Onzim Kawalta. I'm going to handle slide 17, which talks about business continuity plan. This is actually a process that aims to ensure that organization can continue its critical and operational during and after disruption. This is just like after cyber attacks, maybe virus watch, and then you have natural disasters and other emergencies. And then these are the plans which I've come up with to to put in place so that the plan runs smoothly. One is assessment and the business impact analysis. This one aims to ensure that organization can continue its critical operation during and after disruption. It is just like after disaster and then cyber attack. Then two is define objectives, and you need to have objective and scope during this implementing this plan. And then one is to have objective that defines the goal of the business for the business continuity plan, i.e. restoration of the operations within the time frame. Then we have establish business continuity, just like determine the business continuity plan. And this, okay, four is we have develop continuity studies for key areas. This is just by establishing the best knowledge whereby the business can operate well. And then we have emergency response and incident management, just like establishing a team that can respond in such area in case of those things that they do happen. And then we have six is develop recovery plans for the East Department. This establishes recovery plan for its deployment, like ITD recovery, and then you have install backup. So we have the last one is testing testing and training. So this involves training of the employees so that they get used to those that they introduced to. And then you have the part 18, the slide of 18, which talks about the aspect that the business will address. We have critical business functions, and then you have IT system and data recovery, supply chain management, and then you have human resource and employee safety. We have communication and financial resilience. And then the last one is we have this yeah. The second last which talks about the security risk to any e-commerce website. We have data breaches. This is actually the unauthorized access to the e-commerce, just like the unknown person may get access to the data just by an app, then get access to the data. So we have phishing attack that that involves any attacker may 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 attempt to provide useful information like password, what impersonate the e-commerce site. And then you have SQL injection. This is just a security threat that involves injection of a SQL code into system that lead to explanation of the business. We have man in the middle attack. This is one of the security attack, and then we have weak password and account takeovers. Then last one is the mitigation, how we are going to protect against those security. We have the encrypt sensitive customer data, and then you have email authentication protocols, and then you have input validation, strong pub authentication protocols, and then the last one is account lookup mechanism. Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Group 1, Part 2, for your presentation. And now we are going to go to Part 1 of Group 1. Okay, thank you. Still recording. Still recording.